everyone, I'm just going to quickly show you how I tint my eyebrows and my eyelashes. Now sporadically I'll tint my eyelashes before I go on holiday or if they're feeling a bit pale, but if you're struggling to see your eyelashes or you've got very fair eyelashes, it's a brilliant way, whether you do it yourself or you do it professionally, to have your eyebrows tinted, because you can see your lashes a lot better when you put your mascara on. So, you know, it's very simple. I used to be a beauty therapist before. These things don't frighten me, and I think sometimes because they are treatments that you can pay for, people don't really want to say, well, actually, if you're cautious, it's absolutely fine to do it at home. Now, in my experience, the dyes that I've found in chemists for black eyelashes always go black or blue black. Don't really notice the difference, to be fair. It's easy to find on the high street. Eyelure do loads of different tints. There's a few other brands out there, but I've always struggled with my brows because I like a lighter brow, I don't like a dark brow, and a lot of them are kind of brown or dark brown, and I want them to be lighter. So I found this great colour here, light brown 31. This is from a company called Professional Beauty Systems. We have a place in England called Sally's, which is like a beauty wholesalers. So I go there to pick up my colours, and basically I don't really want to make my eyebrows darker. I just want to pick up the fine fair hairs at the bottom, so there's kind of less drawing every morning. So that's it. So I don't leave my brows on very long, so I start with my lashes. So literally all you need is, like, I'd say 3 centimetres. 3 centimetres put into a bowl. And with these particular tints, they come separately. Sometimes you can get the whole kit with a developer, but you get a nice amount of developer. It's like 50 ml. And you probably need about 4 or 5 drops that goes into the bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you take a old mascara wand and mix it up. If you think it's a little bit too gloopy, just add a little bit more. You want it to be not too runny, because obviously if it's too runny, it's going to drip. That means you've got too much developer, so just add some more tint. Mash it up into your bowl, ceramic bowl, and wedge it right into the mascara wand. Just make sure it's really, really mixed together so it develops. And because it's a mascara wand, so this is a Max Factor one that I'm used to applying, I apply it straight to my lashes. Now, if you go for a treatment in a salon, they'll probably put lots of Vaseline around, and that's a great idea because obviously the tint won't go onto your skin, because if it does go onto your skin and it stays there for a long time, it can cause a little bit of staining, which of course goes within 2 or 3 days, but of course you don't really want to have that staining. If you're confident like me in putting mascara on and you can see your eyelashes, then just literally do it as I'm doing. If you've never had your eyelashes tinted before, maybe go and have a treatment first, see what it's like and think, actually I can do that. Now the underneath lashes of mine are much fairer at the end, so this is where it really benefits. Now I do have to be cautious, because if I do get this in my eye, it will really sting. So I leave a few millimetres just before the root. I don't go quite close to the root because I don't want to get the dye into my lashes. So just keep working that on. Don't blink too hard. You know, you can just lie back, wait for it to develop for 5 to 10 minutes. Or you can be multitasking like me and do your eyebrows at the same time. I'm always scared of leaving my eyebrows on too long, but my lashes, I can have them there for as long as I want, really. The darker the better. Now I've got a little bit of a blip here, and as I said, just being cautious, I just take that off. So just keep loading and building, loading and building. Doesn't matter if it goes clumpy, that's fine. Just avoid it going too close to your eye. And that's basically it. You let it develop, and then I just get a nice pad with some micellar water and remove the excess, and then I just go and wash my face. Right, make sure it goes all the way to the tips. And that's that finished. So while that's setting, I'm going to do the same with my brows. I'll do a little bit less for my eyebrows. Oh, see, now I'm getting all in a pickle. I'll just put my finger right in the bowl, obviously. Right, so I'm going to do 2 centimetres of brown dye there, and yeah, about sort of 3 or 4 drops in there. It's a bit like when you make pancakes, right? Chuck it in, mix it up. That seems about right, doesn't it? Just not too runny is the key. Mix, mix, mix. Make sure you're involved with what's going on. And again, this is just another mascara wand that I've kept from mascara that's dried out. Don't overload it. So mix it up. Okay, so again, just so when I apply my eyebrow gels, I don't want to go onto the skin. I'm going to lift these backwards. And if I do just a little bit of a wet cotton bud, that's fine. And then bring it back to catch these ones. They're sort of fading on the inside and the outside, which is sort of annoying. Also great to do this if you, again, struggling to see your eyebrows, and your eyebrows, you've got lots of them and they're going grey, in order for you to pluck them. This is a great way of being able to see what you're doing. Now I'm going to take a little brush here, nice angle brush, and I'm just going to do a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of fake hair. This will just give me a very sort of soft shadow there, and just a little bit here. So it's kind of like semi-permanent microblading, but with me in control. And just soften that bit there. Great, that's one done. Again, go in with the dye, make sure you haven't got too much. You actually waste quite a lot, to be honest. You only need a really small amount. So let's go in here. Just catching all those fine, for me currently blonde, I've got like random grey hairs coming from different places. And then go backwards, pull the brow back so you get underneath it, so it's not just layered on top. Just really calm in. If you're unsure, just so easy. You can just try it, and then if you haven't gone strong enough, just go back and try again. So for me, it's the tail of the brow. So I'm just going to get my eyebrow and just do a little extension and a little fill under there. Oops. Happens to the best of us. And I'm going to take that angle against the brush and lift up just to give me a little bit of squareness and thickness there. That's pretty much it. Clean bud. And the reason I don't put the Vaseline around, which maybe many of you are saying, oh, you must do that, is because the oil can sometimes stop your lashes from absorbing the dye. I've got completely clean skin, and I use some micellar water over my lashes to make sure that there was no oil on them, because again, that acts as a barrier. So just really clean, fresh, dry lashes. I just have to wait, and then I kind of get a little bit more enthusiastic, and then just put some more on. Could never have lashes too dark, right? Well, that comes from someone who's got really pale lashes. If you've got really black lashes, you don't need to do that, and you don't understand what it feels like to wake up and look like you're sort of, you know, you've got bald eyes. No other way to put it, really. And sometimes, I don't know whether you feel like this, when you're fair-skinned, you sometimes sort of feel slightly invisible, not like an egg, but do you know what I mean? Like featureless, so you need to kind of like pop your features back in to sort of feel human. Right, I'm going to give this 2 minutes on my brows, and then I will take them off for you. Okay, so time's up, and I'm just going to use a bit of a water spray first of all on a nice big fat pad and rub the ink backwards and forwards. See, it doesn't go across my skin, doesn't make a big almighty mess, but look, that is so much better than my brows were before. There isn't even really much on the pad. See? And that's it for the brows, but it just makes such a difference. You see how it really kind of frames around there, and just really gives much more definition to my face previously. Okay, so I'll just take off my eyes as well. Now this is a little bit more tricky. So this is probably the most calm you have to be. So again, spray, overload, close the eye and push right down and sweep up and away. What you've got to be careful of is not pushing it into your eye. Clean the eye, clean the eye. There you go. Nice. I'm just going to use a fresh pad. Soak. Place on the eye, close your eye tight, push, 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 and sweep the pad away to the outside of your eye. So all the ink, all the tint comes off straight away. Great. Not exactly a normal before and after really. I haven't improved. I probably look worse than I did before I started, but when the redness of my eyes have calmed down from me pulling it, I'll be happy with the colour of my brows. I will now just go and wash my face, normal cleanser, and finish off my routine just to make sure that I've got all the dye off. But basically, that is it. I've just come back from washing my face actually. I wanted to show you how it looked all fresh and clean, so there's no marking or staining on the skin at all. It's just given me, oops, it's just given me really soft, subtle definition to my brows and to my lashes. So if your hair's going grey or you've got pale eyelashes and pale eyebrows, even put it on your eyelashes or eyebrows just for like 30 seconds and it will just take really, really lightly. Be cautious, it doesn't take much time to do. You can do it again if you're not happy with it. It's a great way to naturally frame your features. If you're a glasses wearer, it definitely helps you see where your eyelashes are. Get someone to do it obviously if you can't see your lashes without it, but it's just a great little maintenance top up to make yourself feel good about yourself. That's so important. All right, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any tips to share about great dyes that you've used or procedures that you do at home, then please do. Always good to know, always learning. Bye for now.